So the bootlegs. Bootlegs are great. Good old Chinatown.
This is true. I mean, who doesn't love paying $5 for a game?
Yeah,
Just saying.
I used to
Just
get.
saying.
Yeah, I knew one of the dudes went to my school, and he used to hook me up. I used to get like games for like $3 each.
Gotcha.
I had so many
I
games.
did. The only thing I didn't have to do was I didn't have to mod because uh, too many people already had it.
Yeah,
So all my most of my friends had a PS1 that was already modded, so we just left it. And then again, there was the other trick, the spring trick,
yeah,
the one where you just got the spring change. You didn't have to mod the system, and it read some of the games, so
yeah,
it was like it was easy.
yeah. I
It was
remember
easy.
Dreamcast. You needed a boot disc, and at a point, you didn't even need the boot disc. You just put the game in.
Yeah, but see, there was a different thing later on called Bleem.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember Bleem.
No.
It was like a big yellow and red disc
Oh, okay.
that it just said Bleem on it, and that was basically a PS. It was a PS1 emulator for
Okay.
Dreamcast, I
Yeah.
believe.
Okay. I
Was
had.
maybe I'm mixing it up. Was Bleem for PlayStation? Bleem might have been for no. It was actually I think it was for both.
Oh, okay.
I think it was for both. I think Bleem was also the other way to play bootleg game, the disc.
Yeah.
But I remember you could not play online because those games had like each game they didn't you didn't know this wasn't public knowledge, but each game had its own serial number
Okay.
for going online, so you couldn't just it couldn't be a bootleg copy and a real copy online, basically.
Okay. That makes sense.
hmm hmm
Um, we might.
Sure, not the best.
It's far from the best.
This week's movie is The Lone Ranger, 2013.
Yes.
It is rated PG-13. It is way too long. It is
It is.
2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Good God. Uh, I remember the time around which it came out, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, it is directed by Gore Verbinski. It is the writing credits. We have Justin Haith,
Okay.
Ted Elliott, and Terry Rossio. Um, the stars are Johnny Depp as Tonto,
Yep.
Armie Hammer as John Reed slash Lone Ranger, William Fincher as Butch Cavendish, Tom Wilkinson as Cole, Ruth Wilson as Rebecca Reed, Helena Bonham Carter as Red Harrington. That's pretty funny. Uh, James Badge Dale as Dan Reed, Bryant Prince as Danny,
Yep.
Barry Pepper as Fuller, Mason Cook as Will, J.D. Cullum as Wendell. So
I know.
I don't know if she's saying, but it says Fat Lady. Um, so the story of this one is basically a retelling of the Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
But they go more into Tonto's story in this one
Yeah.
because obviously he's being played by Johnny Depp, so we got to give him
Yeah.
some screen time. Um, I will say that if you have watched the original like we did
Yeah.
and you tried to pay attention, you could definitely see the the influences and the where the story came from. This movie is way too long.
I agree. Way too long.
So I do like the beginning though. I do like how the story is told.
Okay.
Native so it says Native American warrior Tonto recounts the untold tales that transformed John Reed, a man of the law, into a legend of justice. So And I like the beginning of with the little kid in the museum
Yeah.
and Tonto somehow just chilling in the exhibit
Yep.
and retelling the story to the kid. So
Kid with
there's little charming things here and there that I thought were good.
yeah.
And not for nothing, some of the interactions between the two characters were funny,
Yeah.
but it just wasn't enough to carry. It wasn't enough to carry the entire movie for me, I feel. And then again, it felt kind of stressed out. It felt like they had to try to do the old movie because the old movie was long,
Yeah.
dude. So I think it would have been okay if it was short.
Yeah, I feel like there was a lot of scenes that weren't like didn't need to be there. I wish it was like again. I felt like it had its little like one-liners and shit like that, but I wish they were like a bit more funnier in that sense. I felt the movie was kind of boring and like it dragged. It did at points it dragged. I liked the end fight scene. I thought that was fine with the old theme
Hmm.
music playing and stuff like that, but other than that, like it's a forgettable movie. Like I was just like, please be finished. That's how I was. I was like,
Yeah,
please,
yeah.
please, is it over?
I
Yes,
think the best
yes, it's
character
over.
was the horse.
Yes, he should get all the
The
billing
best
and
character was the horse.
he should get paid all the money for it.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, so what do you rewrite this movie?
I give it a 2.75.
And all right, so your 2 for 7.5s are Fantastic Four, 05, Bulletproof Monk, Green Lantern.
Which one is at the top?
Fantastic Four.
Okay, so put it at the bottom.
Okay. So Lone Ranger. I guess I gotta put the year right. So it's 2013, right?
2013.
13 and 275. I'm gonna go with a 2. And it's gonna go really deep in my list and hopefully forget about the movie. Um, our next movie for our comic book theater is R.I.P.D.
Okay.
So
All
Jeff
right.
Bridges and Ryan Reynolds.
All right. Okay. I mean,
uh,
I have nothing really to say about it. I never saw it. I
yeah,
do remember the ads, but
me
that's
too.
about it.
I remember it not being that great, but it has its moments. There's things that will make you laugh in it.
Okay. All right.
All right,
All right.
so we have R.I.P.D. Next. After that, we have Red 2. Then we have The Wolverine. Then Snowpiercer, The Two Guns, Kick Ass 2, Thor Dark World, and that ends 2013.
Gotcha.
So we're getting there. We're moving slowly,
All
but we're
right.
getting
All
there.
right.
All right, we'll wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another. I mean, thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. Please, let's not start again. Let's not do that. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. Red Cyclone Inc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify. And we got a WordPress. Where you at, Merc?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, Twitch, or Merc the Mike. Also follow my TikTok of Merc the Mike. There's a lot of figure photography, Spider-Man 2, Starfield photos on there. Definitely check it out when you get a chance and follow. Shout outs to Popcorny Cast with Tenacious T, Jeremy Sriracha, and Straw Hat Tyler. They do a pop culture podcast. Check them out and send a middle finger to Tommy when you get a chance. I always do. And follow him with the Lone Ranger music on. That'd be hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
He don't know what
Do
the
it.
fuck's going
Do